Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda and I love crafting, shopping, decor and makeovers. Thanks for tuning in. I always like to start my decorating with the coffee bar, so I'm just getting it stocked up here. I bought the pumpkin glass jar a couple of years ago, I think, from Home Bargains, but they still have them. Plus, I think a lot of the other shops do them as well, so that it's very easy to find. But it's a cute little thing. I've used it for lots of different things, other than coffee pods. Put potpourri in it and bits of pumpkins and pine cones and everything. So it's quite a handy little jar. Oh, I think I've even had marshmallows in it and biscuits. Here's a really cute little one that I've just added to my collection. I got this from Hobbycraft, and it was in the sale. They were selling off all the autumn stuff. Even though it's still autumn, you know, the shops like to get ready for Christmas. So I think I got that for about £4, which was great bargain. So I'm very happy with that acorn. And then this teapot, I think I got this from Poundland last year. It was £5, but it's very nice. I haven't actually used it as a teapot. I think it's just too pretty to use. So the coffee bar, as always, I like to put pumpkins all over the place. So I've got a pumpkin jar with biscuits in. I've got some copper coloured spoons. I've got that little ramekin there for some extra pods, or you could put sugar in it if you did use sugar. Little pumpkin on the edge there next to the jar. I've put the teapot on the first shelf on top of some coffee books. Got my little salt and pepper shakers there, and a nice picture of a coffee with some pumpkins, and then a nice little pumpkin. And just to make a bit of texture, I've put it on a wooden tray. And there's my acorn container there on the top with some cute mugs and a nice vase there with some picks in. So just got that lovely autumnal colour in, making the place feel cosy, and it just feels really nice when you're making your coffee and you've got the lovely things to look at, and obviously all the autumn accessories to use. So just a quick look around the rest of the kitchen. Of course, I've got to have a lovely candle. That's a Bath and Body Works leaves one, and it smells lovely. So I've just got that wooden riser, and I've just put the candle on it. And again, it's just something you can do just to make it feel cozy, and also to make it smell lovely and fragrant around the house. So that's a simple thing that you can do. When you're not using the cooker, makes it look pretty. This Hello Pumpkin is something that I crafted a couple of years ago, but I have updated it. I've added some bits to it, just to change it up. And then I've got another vase here, although it is actually a storage jar, but I'm using it as a vase for now with some picks in, and my hand sanitizer, pumpkin container, and then my lovely Bath and Body Works pumpkin hand soap, and some other little salt and pepper shakers. Got this cute tray from Poundland, and then I have my little tea station there. I've got some tea bags in that pumpkin ramekin, and then I've got an autumn mug with my instant coffee sachets, and then some more autumn picks. And I've got all my autumn mugs here in the cupboard. My Stay Cozy. And then that lovely pumpkin there with the gold handle. So I do try and use them. And then those two lovely Hello Autumn ones. And I've got another one there at the back as well. And then another Hello Autumn. So I brought all my autumn ones down from the top down to the bottom shelf to use. Of course, the old tea towels. Those were from, I think, Matalan and Poundland. And then over here, my console table is another lovely area I like to use in the kitchen to show the seasonal decor. So again, some lovely picks and some candles and some pumpkins just thrown in there just to add to the lovely cosy feel. And then a couple of pumpkins on the bottom as well, and some autumn leaves. And I thought the Mason's basket pretty much works all year round, to be fair. And I can put little bits and pieces in it, which is quite handy. I love the tea towels, just a pop of colour there in the kitchen. And then round here, I always put a wreath on here, the door, and that's the one that I made myself. I'm still looking good, actually. Still very pleased with it. So that's the kitchen, and a couple of extra towels and a pot holder there. So very happy with the kitchen. It's nice and cosy, and that's what you want at this time of the year. So into the hallway. Again, just added lots of cosy touches, some pumpkin cushions, some pumpkin florals. It's ever so easy just to add them in and just make the space feel cosy for the season. So I've got a lovely rug there, a mat by the door, and then a little squirrel and a fox hanging out on the radiator shelf with that lovely garland. It was actually a longer garland that I cut into smaller pieces, and that just looks great there, adding the colour. And then I've got the pumpkin floral that I crafted myself. If you watched one of my recent crafting videos, you'll have seen that. Very simple to make. Here's another piece that I crafted, I think just at the end of last autumn season, so I'm using that there on the front door. And then I've got those ghosts and a nice little pumpkin chalkboard there with some florals on. I will probably move the ghosts into the living room for Halloween. And then I bought this lamp recently. I think it was from the range. It's actually that base is you can put things in it, so I was thinking maybe pine cones or something. I haven't done anything yet, but it's a possibility. And then of course lovely autumn florals and autumn coloured candles. And then I have a ceramic pumpkin there that lights up as well, so that gives a nice little cosy glow at night time when it's a little bit darker. Quick look in the powder room. I just change the artwork, have a lovely pumpkin hand soap, and then a couple of pumpkins and florals on the little shelving unit I've got, so just adds that little touch of autumn in there. And then in the dining room I've got a lovely dough bowl with all the pumpkins in, and a little candle display piece in the middle, a couple of candles either side, and those lovely sort of rattan placemats, and of course florals and little pumpkin touches here and there, bit of pumpkin artwork, so everything you can do. I don't try not to do too much, I think just trying to keep sort of big pumpkins or little pumpkin collections or some florals in some vases, and that just adds that touch of autumn to the decor. And then on the bookcase I can do some little vignettes, put some autumn leaves in, some little pumpkins. There's the container that I made, that I crafted myself, got it from Hobbycraft, and then did some decoupage and painted the lid. Got that tray from Primark recently, actually. I think that's very autumnal. Put a little squirrel on, got some pine cones out, some cinnamon sticks, and some little pumpkins. As I say, just makes everything look autumny. Lots of copper colours, amber coloured glass. And then on the settee, obviously, some lovely throws and some cushions. Got a little acorn jar there, put some little sweets in. And I've got those lovely autumn pumpkin cushions that I got from HomeSense this year. They're really cosy. Got a couple in the living room and one upstairs in the bedroom. And then I've got this tray with more little florals and pumpkins. I'm trying to just use little pumpkins here and there as a sort of a little, pumpkin pieces, but I've tried not to have too many pumpkins, although I always say you can never have too many pumpkins, so there is probably quite a few. Nice little basket with a pumpkin in by the fire, and again lots of cosy throws about. I got that lovely pear and apple that's on the mantelpiece from Range recently, and it matches quite well with the other little vase that I've got the other side of the mantelpiece. And I've got some candles, and then another part to that garland that I cut into 3, and then I've added a couple of extra pumpkins to that garland as well. So I think it's not too much, haven't gone over the top, but there is plenty there, and it does feel really cosy. Added a little bit up on the landing as well. Some pictures, I just change those, keep the frames up all year and just change the pictures for the seasons. So I've put some autumnal ones in, I'll put some Christmassy ones in when we get to Christmas. And then in the office, on my radiator shelf, I'm just using little bits that I had left from my decor. And then again, I changed out the pictures because that's a really easy thing you can do to make the place looks seasonal. And there's the third part of that garland that I cut into 3, and I've added another little pumpkin to it. And then my table, and also you'll notice I've got myself a new desk. So I've got this lovely cushion which is double-sided, so you can have it discreet or autumnal coloured. And I got rid of the big desk because, to be honest, I didn't really need it. It was taking up all the room, and I've got this fabulous desk here I'm so pleased with, and I've got some lovely autumn decor on the desk as well. Cloche is always a great little thing to use, and then just put something in seasonal inside it, like a pumpkin or a pine cone or something like that, and that works really nicely. And I'm just really happy with how great the office looks now. It's all I need really. The desk's got a little holder on the side of it, and then I did have another little unit that I've put just so I've got some place to put bits and pieces, and I've got my shelf in there with all my crafting essentials on, and some little shelves there with all my little buttons and bits and pieces. So I'm really happy with how the crafting room has turned out with the new desk. And I just got this new lamp as well. It's got charging station in it and pen pot, and the lights. There's 3 different colours to the lights. You've got warm white, bright white, I can't remember the other one, daylight I think, and you can change the settings, 3 different settings on them, so that's really handy, and that'll be great when I'm crafting. I can use that light to help myself see better. There's the little side piece for putting paperwork and notebooks and things in. So yeah, just really pleased with that. I think I got it off eBay, about £40, £30-40. It's got a little hook on that side as well, and then as I said, I just got this little unit that was from Amazon, just a very simple, about £8 I think that was. Just put it together and just keep my bits of pens in it, because obviously I don't have the drawers that I had in my old desk, so I had to sort of improvise with a little side unit so I could at least put some of my stationery nearby. Then on to the bathroom. I haven't mentioned before, but we've actually had a great big makeover in the bathroom. I've obviously got my touches of pumpkin there by the sink. I've added this unit under the sink, and also we've had a new shower. So we've got rid of the bath, and we've now got a lovely shower. Painted the walls, changed the artwork. It's now sort of a beige colour. So really happy with how the bathroom has changed. Absolutely loving it, and we've got a little plant in there as well. Loving it too. So there's the unit under the sink. That's great because you can use that for storage. And then I've got the other unit at the end of the shower for storing all our toiletries. So that was a lovely little makeover that we had this year, and we're really enjoying now the new bathroom. So much easier without the bath. And then into the hall, into the porchway, sorry, I've got the wreath on the front door, got a little broom and lots of lovely autumn florals, of course, my little truck with the pumpkins in the back, and a little lamp to add a bit touch of cosy glow. And that just really cheers me up when I come home and I get into the porch. It's like, oh, it's so lovely, and autumnal. And then I've got my welcome sign there with the seasonal pictures on and a nice little cosy cushion. So that's the house decorated for autumn. Now stay tuned tomorrow because I am going to show you how I changed things for Halloween. So it will only be a short little video and I'll show you how I've done the house up for Halloween. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't, please consider doing so. Give me a like, drop me a comment because I do love to hear from you. So until next week, take care. Bye-bye.